you doing? Hope you're doing well. You can see the mess on my desk. I am going to work today on the pouch from the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery project. Sorry, just trying to clean up. Now, I think I did a lot since the last video. I was struggling during the video, but when I got off the video, I started being able to put it together. So I'm just going to go through. Again, this is going to be like that. And I just did these flowers here. Just a little light stitching. I outlined them and I just did a little tiny bit of stitching inside. Didn't want to take away from, excuse me, the colors or the design of the actual flowers. I just really love this fabric. This fabric and this fabric are both the same, different parts of the fabric. So I'm going to do the blue flowers and these pink flowers over here, but I think I'll do them even lighter. This was 2 strands. I think I'll do 1. I stitched on this butterfly here. I can't remember if I did this on camera or after I got off camera, but this is on, but this is not. I kind of like the fact that it does that. I don't know if you can see, but it stands up if you want it to. I kind of like that. It looks like a flower then. I am planning on doing something in here. I'll be doing that on camera today. I did this already. I stitched these on, which I really like. I stitched, this was a, I can't remember the name, a snippet, a little, oh gosh, my brain lately is just, let me see if I can find them. You know, these things. We used to make them for journaling. These things. And you would stitch them on, just a little snippet. So I pulled out, I have a few pink ones in here that I had made. Everything else is that sort of tea stained and beige, and I just am not into this color anymore. I love all my little snippets or whatever they are. I can't remember what they're called. Snippets is the only thing coming to mind. I loved making them, but I dislike that everything's beige. So I have a few pink ones that I had made along the way, and I pulled one of those out. And as you can see, I have quite a few that I really like. Here's one that I really like too. But this is paper, and I didn't want to put it on here in case I end up using this as like a crossbody bag, which is one of my thoughts of planning this. So anyway, stitched this on with just little French knots. I have not stitched down the butterfly or the lace yet. This I stitched all the way around. Yeah, so again, this will be going this way. This will come up this way, and when you open it, the butterfly will show. And this sort of comes down here, and it's still orientated correctly so that when it shows here, it doesn't look like it's upside down. So, yep, that's what we've got. Alrighty. Firstly, I think I have not prepared quite correctly. I need to find my blue beads. So I shall be back. I'm back. All I have is light blue. I have some iridescent ones in there, but don't know that I'm going to go that route. Okay, now I need a fine needle, but one a little longer. I don't know if this will go through there. I don't think so. Well, it doesn't really need to, honestly. No, it does, but I don't need that. I just need a long enough needle to do some wraps, actually. I guess this one will do. Okay. I'm wrapping my brain around what I'm going to do. Let me show you what I've been working on. Oop. Excuse my arm reaching in front of you. I've been working on this for the last 3 days. So it's a totally 100% beaded heart. It's probably got at least 200 and maybe 250 beads in it. And the heart itself is only it's about 3¼ inches across at the widest part. So it took a lot of work. And I wanted to show you my labels. This turned out so well. What a winner this is. I am so happy I did these. I was able to iron it right on because you just peel the paper off the back, iron it on. I did blanket stitch it anyway, but that's an update on the labels. Worked beautifully. I could have probably just ironed it on, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, that's my stacked beaded heart. Don't know if I'll do any more like this. That probably took me at least, I think that's going to be too thin. It probably took me around 18 hours, I think, give or take a few. Let me see here. I'm debating on my thread now. So bear with me while I make a decision here. That's a 12. I don't know that's going to, I might go with this one. This is 5. Oh, where's my piece? Oh my goodness gracious me. Dark, dark, dark. That's very dark. I'm not sure I love that. Okay. Decisions are definitely the hardest when it comes to, that's too thick. Okay. Methinks that's going to have to be the one. Alrighty. Maybe not. Hold on. Hold that thought. Blue. Blue, blue. Oh, geez. I can't tell you how many times I've done that in the last few days. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Okay. Maybe I'll use one of these. None of these really match this really pretty, I call it a cornflower blue. I really like this one, but I think it's way too thin for what I want to do. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's too blendy. I'm going to try the thicker one, I think. Maybe I'll go with that one. Maybe. All right, indecisiveness. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here and you don't like indecisiveness, you might not like it here. Oh, look, the needle didn't get too far away from me. Amazing. All right, so I can't remember if I said I hope this finds everybody well. I think I said it at the beginning, and I do hope you're well. We had another pretty snowfall here. I will insert a little video here. here and the fingers so that I remember to do that here. Now, I had some red beads in this triangle tray. And let me tell you what I did. I hid it. It was sitting on the mat, which has a tendency, it's very hard. And when I hit, the beads went all over the desk, into the lace holes. They went on the floor. I mean, those things went freaking everywhere. I was not happy. Okay, I'm going to bring you down. And I'm going to tilt you. Well, I can't tilt you that way. So I'm going to do those cast on stitches again. So I'm going to make sure I don't go into the same hole. Stick that down. I hope you can see the needle. It's right. Oops. Maybe that'll be better. I'll see if my hands get too much in the way. I'll try and use my left hand. All right. Cast on and pull them down and pull them tight and pull them down. I have to count, so and you don't want to do that. What I did was I ended up pulling that one down over the others, and you don't want to overlap there. Oh, like that one. Darn it. Bad habit. Pull it out and pull it up over the top. You don't want them overlapping there. A longer needle is better, let me tell you. I don't know why I went with this shorter one. I can switch it out. And I want this to be fairly long. Now it's going to loosen up, and I lost count anyway, so just wild guess. All right, now what I'm going to do is, hopefully successfully, you take your bead, and if you can stand it up, come on, stand up. Get the thread through it and pull it. Oh, shoot. I think I was off camera. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. I scooted it right off the camera, and I apologize. I can't move this over because the needle is in the mat. Okay, see, I just put the thread through there, and I pull it all the way down to there, and I put the needle back through there, and then you want to pick this up, and I hold on to these. Pull the needle through ever so gently. Don't pick up any hitchhikers along the way. Come on. Oh no. Why is this not coming? See? On camera. Do it on camera. Bound to get something wrong. Why this isn't coming. Whoa. Come on. Okay. The tail was not happy. There we go. Okay, now we have one standing up cast on bullion knot with a bead on it. So I showed you these before, but I was not able to put the bead on it before because I couldn't remember how. All right, I'm going to move you up again so I'm not blinding you with my hands flashing in front of the camera too close. And we're going to do it again. And what you want to do is make sure you do not get, I'm trying to get as close to the edge of the inside of the Suffolk puff or yo-yo, whatever you call it, where you are. Okay, let's see. Pull the thread out of the eye and cast on again. And you'll see what happened was all these stitches twist. Push them down. Now the thicker the needle you use, the looser your cast on bullion will be, but it also depends on how thick your thread is. Because this thread is not that heavy, this is the size 8 Wonderfill Pearl Cotton. That's the number right there. Because of that, now if you were to use a 5 or a 3, your bullions would of course be much larger. You would want to use a larger needle. Oh, darn. Okay, here we go again. I get too crazy with it, get going too fast. Imperfection. Okay. So I'm going to take another blue bead. If it's easier for you to hold it and stick that thread through, of course, the thicker the thread, the bigger the hole your bead needs to have as well. So that's also an issue. You have to be very careful. Okay, I'm putting a very short tail on that. I'm going to pick it up from my mat. I'm going to pull. You don't want any knots. You don't want to get it hung up on anything. And then you pull. And there's number 2. And can you see how it twists? How the cast on part twists around? And it's even more fun because I'm using variegated thread. So I'm going to do a few more of these. And then maybe, if I can get my needle back through here. I know where I want it. I don't seem to be aiming the right place for it. Sorry, itchy nose. Oops. All right, right there will do. This is our second snow of the winter season. We typically do not have snow until January or February, sometimes March. December is rare. We did not have snow in December, we had rain. And next week it's supposed to rain 5 days in a row. So it's been very cold. Highs in the low to mid 30s. Couple days got a tad warmer than that. Gosh darn it. Martha? Be more carefuler. Gotta be more carefuler. But that's pretty typical for here this time of year in Virginia. Yesterday was sort of a sad day for me. I got some news that a cousin passed away. She was 9 years older than I am. She's 1 year younger than my oldest brother. who is 10 years older than I am. And she had been struggling with a very bad case of dementia. Not that there's a good case of it, but hers was the kind that was becoming more violent. And so it kind of happened in an unexpected way. And she's in California. Well, she was, her family, her husband and one of her 2 sons. Don't say, make that mistake, Martha. You don't need a long tail. And so, yeah, I was sad to hear about that. She and I used to talk a lot at one point, and then in recent years, not so much. So that was a little bit of tough news for me to take. I knew something was up when my cousin, who I had just spoken to last week, the one that we went and visited when we were in Maine this past summer, fall, it wasn't summer, it was fall. When she called me, we had just spoken last week, and we only speak like maybe 3 times a year. We message back and forth more often than that. Not a lot, but some. So I knew when she called me, I'm like, "Hi, Maureen, what's up? Is everything okay?" And she goes, "Well, everything's okay here," but I thought, here we go. So, yeah. It's tough when you get older and you start losing family members. Needle. Why do I do this at like once per, stay in there, once per thing? I keep going at this rate. I'm not going to have any time to do anything else on this. There are a few more things I want to do. So this will be my last one. I will put more in here, but I won't do it on camera because you've seen plenty. I'm sure you've got it by now. Having a hot flash. Thank you. That's really pretty. They don't stand out a whole lot, but they're going to stand out just enough. Can you see them? There they are. Hello, little pretties. Okay, I'm going to knot this off just to be on the safe side. Okay. Wunderbar. Bellissimo. Okay. So I will continue with probably several more of those, as many as I can fit into the little circle. I can squeeze them in there. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to do was, I think, let me put it together again. I'll move you up a little bit. I know this is an up and down kind of video, but all right. So what I'm thinking is, now I haven't stitched this down yet, but I want to put somewhere on here. Maybe I'll do it here. Maybe I'll do it here. Maybe I'll do it here, or maybe I'll do it there. Okay, I want to put a ribbon rose, and I have this very dark blue. Maybe I should just do it in here so that it's an extra flower. All right, I will use, hopefully I have enough left here. And you've seen me do ribbon roses. I've been doing them quite a bit recently. So if you're bored, I hope you're working on something of your own right now. I need a button. Okay, and I need my pen. I think I will. I think I'll put it right there. Maybe it'll look like it's coming out of that stem. I could put another one over here too. Maybe. Not on camera, because, you know, one is enough for you to be tortured with, of course. And I have seed stitched here. So I have to try and find the center without being thrown off by... I feel like I need to come up just a hair. Just a thread. Okay. So I did one there. Yes, so I hope you're working on something of your own at this point. I know when I turn everybody else on, I am stitching my own stuff. I finished that beaded heart this morning. It took me about 3 more hours. I finished the beading and then sewed the label onto the backing, cut and glued the back down, and then I the only thing I want to do, I glued the felt on, but I think I'm going to try stitching it. I think. I'm sure the glue will hold, but I'd just as soon be safe. Okay, now I need, this is a very skinny ribbon. Don't think it'll fit through this eye. No, I need to be smart and use my chenille, sharp chenille, thick needle. Now again, because where is it? Here. Because I seed stitched here, I don't know if I'm going to get this ribbon through the batting, because there is batting on the back. Try and make a hole here. Oh, there it goes. Yay! And again, I'm not going to tie a knot. I'm going to leave a tail. And I'm going to go under, over, and these go so quickly. I hope this is enough ribbon for this size. I didn't tear it. I took it from, should have ironed it with my hair straightener thingy. What's that thing called? Anyway, my mini hair straightener. I'm under a seed stitch. I'm like, why won't the needle lift up? So today I joined in with Christine this morning. She did a premiere. Oh, darn it. Ow. Okay, you know what? I don't need this to be sharp right now. Oh, that hurt. Maybe this one will work better. When I have to put it back through the fabric, I'll go back to that needle. I don't have a dull chenille needle, one of those with the rounded edge, but hopefully I won't kill myself with this one like I did that one just now, because that hurt. So I watched Christine's premiere with the covered buttons. I am definitely going to pull some things out and try that, maybe in front of the telly tonight. And I watched 1.5 of Corinne's because I had to stop watching halfway through one the other day. So I finished that off. And I watched Susan over at Susie Q Makes. And in between that, I had breakfast and I had lunch and made the bed. And yes, made lentils because I ran out of lentils day before yesterday and forgot. Okay. whizzing along here. This is a very dark ribbon, but hopefully it will look okay here. I didn't have any this color. I have lots of blue ribbon, but it's very, very thick. And I didn't want too thick. I need to make an eye appointment. Not that I want to, but I need to. You know, there's illnesses going around again because it's winter, and last place I want to be is in a doctor's office with a lot of other people, even an eye doctor. But I do need to get my eyes checked. So okay, we're coming up on the, oops, trying to come up on the finish line here. Some of them are getting a little tighter than others. I like to overdo it, so I'm going to just keep going. The thing about the finer ribbon is you get lots and lots of cool layers, but it also takes many, many times to go around and fill it all in. Or you can make a smaller one, but okay. Oops. Nope. Nope. Get out of there. All right. This will be last one. I think there are children outside. Okay. Now, back to this. We'll put it through the back. Martha. Come on, girly. Yes. Yay, success. All right. I'm just going to try and make a big hole with my needle and pull. Yay. Okay, good job. All right, then I'm going to go through the ribbon. Ow. And I'm going to, ow. Oh, I shouldn't hurry. Every time I rush, it's a bit of a mess. Okay. I think that looks nice. I think it fits right in. I'll do another one over here somewhere, maybe in the center here, so it looks like it's on this leaf. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, what's next? I don't know how much time I have left because I had to turn the camera off and turn it back on. I think I have about 15 minutes. So, let's see, what was the other thing I was going to do? I have to stitch this on and this, and then I have to do this, the flowers and the butterflies. These two butterflies I want to do. I picked out lots of pretty colors. All right, trying to put my needles up where they belong so I don't lose them. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I'll do this. I picked out, I love this for the outside edges and then this for the inside. So maybe we'll do a little of that. I picked this ribbon out too. I don't know if this will go. It might be too, oops, wouldn't that be pretty? But it won't go through this fabric. I wonder if I could use this as a flower. I don't think it matches. I think it's too turquoisey. and not enough blue. I know there's a little bit of turquoise in these, but I really like, do I want that or do I want this baby blue? Oh man, I think it's gonna have to be that. I think it's gonna have to be that one. So, let's see here. There we go, Martha. The sun's trying to come out. Yay! Uh-oh, that's too many strands. I just want, think about it, Martha. I really want to do one strand. I just think these flowers are so dainty, and I don't want to do anything too heavy on them. The end of the thread. Now, do I want to do the butterfly or the flowers? I'm going to do the flowers. I'm going to do the blue ones and the pink ones. Not on camera, of course. Ooh, you can barely see one strand. Ooh-wee. That's okay. I want it dainty. Might be a little too dainty. I can't even see it. I'm not sure you can see it because I can barely see it and I'm sitting here looking at it. I think because the thread really blends as well. But that's okay. I'm good with that. I think 2 strands would have been too heavy feeling for me. Yes, so hold your dear ones close, and if you haven't picked up the phone and spoken to somebody for a while and you feel like you should, do it. That's my PSA for the moment. I have many people in my life that don't communicate much with me, and I miss them, but the effort that I put out sometimes is not reciprocated, so it is what it is. But I think it's important to stay in touch. I also spoke to my older brother, so to me that's important. He's the only sibling I have left. I had 2 brothers and I only have 1 left. And being that he's 10 years older than I am and we both have heart issues, yeah, for me, it's important. So, but he did say yesterday that he had been talking to his daughter a few weeks ago, and he told her then, if something were to happen to him, he's very satisfied with his life. He did a lot. He's still doing a lot. He's very involved. And with the church and some other things. And he really enjoys it. And he has been for most of his life. And he feels like he's led a good life. And it's awesome for him. So if you can go out of this world thinking that you have had a great life and you've had a lot of good accomplishments, then hey, that's the way to go, I guess. So alrighty. Just going to jump down here and do a few stitches down here. I don't think this is really going to show much because the binding is going to go around it, the edging, whatever. Now Rachel's doing a fold over binding, which I was really surprised about, and it is a good idea, but I want to put I want my lining to be like the pockets that she was describing on Catherine's channel, K3N, I think it is. And I believe at some point along the way I watched that video, but I don't remember watching that video. I may have had her playing and wasn't paying attention and doing my own thing. So I will go back and watch it, but it's like I described in my last video. I want to do the lining, make it extra long, and make the pocket by folding that lining up in the center. So I may do that, but I think when I do mine, I'm probably going to put some sort of interfacing behind it. And then, so it's sort of stiff, because I do think I want to try and make a crossbody bag out of this. So we shall see if the idea in my head ends up being a workable idea for the pouch. Because sometimes they are two completely different things. I am not always able to bring the idea in my head to the idea in my hands. But if I can, I would be extremely pleased. So yeah, if I can do that. But that hand-dyed blue fabric that I thought I was going to use, it's not long enough to do it that way. So I have to decide if I like the blue lining fabric more, or if I like the idea of a dividing type piece of fabric in the middle. Decisions, you know, when they have to be made. So I'll have to play around, like get an extra long piece of fabric and decide if that's what I'm going to do. But that means I have to find a piece of fabric to match or coordinate with what I'm doing here, with the outside of the pouch. And that's where I might run into a problem. So, yeah, that might be the only issue. Try not to spill beads. Trying to work as fast as I can here. I'm so excited the sun's trying to come out. Okay, this was a really short piece of thread, so I'm going to call it here. Let me grab a long piece of fabric and see if I can describe what I want to do. I tried to describe it in the last video, and I know I did a poor job of it. Let's just put it that way. That's not the language I usually use, but I'm trying to be nice on camera, not anger anybody, not do anything wrong. Let's see. I think this piece would sort of, kind of. I gotta move. Oh, those almost went overboard right off the table. Okay. Oh, see? Look at that. I'm sorry. I think I just bumped the camera with my head. If I did, I apologize for it flying around. Okay. let's see. All right, so I have my pouch. This is kind of an odd shaped fabric and it's too big, but say I have this. Whoa. Now you can't see. I'm going to put you up as high as I can. Okay. I can get the light out of the way. Always changing that light. Okay. So what you would do is have this come up this way and this come up this way. So you would have two pretend that's not all bunched up. So I would have like a pocket there. So this would be, this is the flap. So this would come this way. That would come down that way. So here's the pouch without all the excess, of course. And then you open it up. That's part of the lining. And then you open it up, oh shoot, this way. My goodness. And you have two fold-ups here. And you stitch it on the sides. So that would be your pocket. Again, very poor description, but anyway, that's what I'm thinking. So I don't want just plain white fabric, but that might have to be what it is. So anyway, that's what I'm going to shoot for. Fingers crossed. Hope you all have a great day. Happy crafting. Take care. Thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate it as always. I know I didn't get a lot done, but hopefully I inspired you to do something a little different today with your pouch or whatever you're working on. Try a ribbon rose. They're so simple. Can't get any easier than that. If you can't get your ribbon through the fabric, tack it down with a few stitches and hide it in between there. And, you know, try the cast on bullion. It's not hard and they're fun. So take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging. See you next time. Bye.